Legend of Total War here with part 15 of my Empire Total War Blitz Campaign as Great Britain. So, previously we conquered pretty much all of northern Italy here, and I've since been adjusting my plans for what to do. Originally I wasn't intending to sell Corsica, but as my funds begin to depreciate, I realized I needed more money. Now what I've done here, I know exactly who I'm going to sell it to and what price and how I'm going to deal with it, and all just worked out nicely for me, I think. Now what I need to do is just send one general, just one, to go and attack it. This general will use up all of his movement points, so I had this guy's going to be the guy, and I had him help use his movement points to get me from where I was to here. I also moved the boats over. Now we're not going to take the whole fleet, just one guy, because basically... Actually, I don't see any reason why we can't take the whole fleet. I mean, the whole fleet's going to have to make its way down here as well to pick these guys up once they get to Naples. Now, I've also changed my plans a little bit. I've added a name on the list on who we're going to conquer this turn. We're going to go to my ancestral homeland of Valletta, Malta, after we've taken Naples. I don't see any reason why. It wouldn't cost us much movement in regard to our army. We'll just sail right down here to here, take that. It's a fort battle, bit of a pain in the ass, but whatever, and then sail back to Trieste here, and then on to Zagreb. Anyway, let's get to diplomacy. So we go to Austria. These guys seem to have the biggest purse for the region, from what I can tell, and I'm going to demand 10,700. That seemed to be the most I could get for it. But that being said, 10,700, that's more than 10 more generals I can hire. I'm not even using much to go and do this. Alright, so, you get on the, get to the port. He needs to have still some movement left. If I move him one step further, he won't have enough movement. Then I'll just send someone to go pick him up. Alright, then I need to make my way to around here. Use this ship a little bit more. So yeah, this is the movement bug in case you haven't seen it before. If you're new to the series at this point, which I would strongly recommend. If you do want to watch a blitz, watch it from the start, because otherwise it won't make sense. And you'll be like, what the fuck, you're cheating. Yeah, I've already explained this. Even look at the description. So this is a bug in the game. I've already explained how the movement bug works. Anyone can do it if you've got the latest patch. It's not an unpatched game, it's the latest patch. They never finished programming this game properly. And in fact, this bug is in Napoleon Total War and in Shogun 2. It doesn't work that well in Shogun 2 because, well, it just doesn't. But it still does work. Alright, now... No, not that. Okay, now, where are you? Yep, that ship there should do it. Shit. It's just still blocking the way. Okay, good. Now if I send them, I have to actually press the attack on there, and he lands so close to the coast that he can actually still make the attack despite having no movement. Now, I just want to save it, because we have to auto-resolve this, because I can't fucking beat it manually. But auto-resolve is like, easy win. See? Settlement gets damaged in the process, but as you can tell, the cost far is worth it for what we've gained. I mean, these guys had to move over there anyway. The only thing we lost was just a small amount of movement on this guy. And whatever, to get that amount of cash, that's good. And you might also think, well, you've just fucked this settlement over. It's going to revolt soon. Don't you worry, okay? I've got a plan sorted out for that. Okay, it's going to riot this turn, this coming turn. and will possibly revolt if I didn't have this thing up my sleeve. And that being said, next turn it loses public order problem from this and unrest, so it would actually be okay. But that being said, keep taxing it. Alright, now then, we need to make our way down to Rome, where it's going to be a bit of a fight, probably very similar to what we fought in Amsterdam, being 2 demi-cannons. It's not going to be easy, but, you know, Amsterdam, we managed to do that with very few casualties. It's just that it took me half a day to figure out how to do it properly. Anyway, I'm going to pause the recording as I make my way down here and prepare my ass for what is going to be a motherfucking hard battle. Alright, so we've arrived at Rome here, and it's time to take it.
Yes, sir.
Now, I left the game on overnight. I hope it doesn't make it go slow. Well, I guess we'll see. What am I doing? Alright, so leave this guy behind here.
Impossible, sir.
Stand there.
I cannot do that. Not possible, sir.
It is possible. Shut up.
Ready
There, good.
and
Alright, so this settlement's going to be a pain in the ass, because not only do they have 2 loads of artillery, they've also got cavalry, and it's a fort battle. Now, fort battles aren't that difficult if they've just got a few units in there, because when there's a lot of troops in there, there's a certain thing you need to take into consideration. There will be a unit that will go spastic. And that makes things difficult, because you need to stop it from going spastic, because if you don't, the game will eventually grind to a screeching halt. And then there's nothing you can do to stop it at that point. Alright, my reinforcements should be popping in from around here. This is where I'm going to set up. Now, they should have artillery on this side there, and on the other side. Now, they'll probably aim for my general, so I want to keep him safe behind this hill area here. And put you there. Up on the high ground. Okay, I think that works for me. Alright, start shooting at it. I've got my suicide squad, just 1 general. He should be able to take that out, especially if he's aiming for this general here the whole time. Now, it would be great if they could take out some of their artillery. Yeah, see, they're aiming for the general. That's okay, they're not going to hit him. It'd be good if they could take out some of the people there so that he doesn't lose as many men while fighting them, because even though they are cavalry and that we charge them into, you know, essentially poorly armed infantry that are not spear units. Oh man, they can take out quite a few units. If they're going to shoot there, this guy can't stay here. He's got to get around over here. Now, the spastic movement of the units won't start happening until a wall is breached. Generally speaking. Okay, you need to recover your fatigue now. Oh, you're already fresh. It's important that they fight them as fresh as possible, because even if they're winded, they just don't fight as well. We haven't landed a single hit on these guys here yet. So much for fucking accuracy. Alright, good. Okay, any shots that they hit into the regular units will not do anything. It's way out of their range. Alright. That's not too bad there. Alright, charge into them, and then you start focusing on this here. There's a lot of men up on the wall. It'd be great if we could simultaneously blow up here and here and keep all of these men trapped. But it's just not gonna happen. We just don't have the firepower set up for it. Like, maybe if I had 4 loads of artillery, that's wouldn't be a problem, but we don't have that. Okay, now as these guys move over here, I'm going to need to have the pikemen go and protect them. Yeah, they're doing well so far. We've already killed quite a few of them and haven't taken too many casualties. Come on, break them. Good, only 3 casualties. Largely thanks to them clearing off a few of them right from the get-go. And come back over here, stand there. You'll also protect these artillery. Okay, from this point here, I'll pause the recording until something interesting happens because... Oh shit. Can't stand there. Because it's just going to be maneuvering around. So if they stay here, they're out of range. They can't get hit. I mean, they can get hit, but they won't do any damage. Alright, so I'll pause the recording until something interesting happens. Okay, something interesting is about to happen. Now, this fort wall is about to come down. Now, what I've done here is I've ensured that these ways down are all blocked. The moment that's destroyed, I'm going to destroy both this section and this section, keeping 6 units up here completely stuck. And as long as I don't know, attack from here or maybe here, they will never bother me. Alright, here we go. It's coming down. Knock it down right now. See, they've got a while to get to, and I can choose between any of these to destroy, and I choose this one. I want you to blow up this section as well. They're stuck up there now. They can't do anything. Now just kill them. So that's 6 units now that can't be any use to the enemy. Might as well knock this down as well. Now we're on the clock, because one of these units is probably going to go spastic. It won't be one of these, it's always someone that's down on the ground. So at some point we're going to have to capture this, because we're not able to kill them now. That's almost destroyed. Come and hurry up and blow this up. Very nice. That's a lot of Italians dead. Certainly can't complain with that. There's still some guys up here, which does make things a little bit annoying. What I might do now is use my suicide general to try and lure them out into the open. If I came over here, their artillery is, I think, too far away to really worry about. But what I could do... What I could do is send him to go kill the artillery, and then have my artillery come around this side here, where these guys will have no hope at all at stopping me. That's not going to keep this guy from getting off the wall. I kind of want this guy to get off the wall. What the fuck? Why'd you stop shooting? All the cannons on the side of the wall here should be destroyed, so they can't do anything. I mean, they can still shoot at us with their guns, as long as we get in range. So just don't get in range then. Good, that's 4 sections of wall destroyed. That's pretty much half the fort. Alright, Since you are a suicide general, I will get rid of him, just to keep my options open. And since that went so well, it's very rare that I'm actually able to pull off something like that. Usually the AI, they get themselves off the wall before too long. Or they don't put that many up on the wall, but I saw the opportunity and I took it. Alright, I need you to charge in there. We've got to get rid of these artillery. I don't think they're going to shoot at you. Oh yeah, they are. So to make sure they didn't have canister shot, I refuse to sell it. Except to the Mughal Empire, but fuck it, by the time I get to them, it won't make any difference anyway. Alright, it would be good if you didn't lose all your men, because I still need you. Yeah, that's it. Fling this guy around. It's a good charge. It's alright, he'll still live. Alright, good. I'm pretty happy with that. Now, we're on the clock. One of these units is going to go spastic. You can usually find out which one. Or maybe they won't because there's too many up here, who knows. Anyway, I'm going to pause recording as I lure these guys out here so that I can just shoot them out in the open field. Okay, so as I was moving my artillery around, these dragoons decided they'd come out at me. I don't really care if they charge into these guys here, I'm not going to be able to get them set up in time. Was that even a charge? Get out of there, get out of there. I've done well so far, I don't want this to be ruined by a couple of fucking dragoons. Oh god damn it, they're acting like idiots. You've got to get rid of these dragoons. And you should get in there as well, you suicide general, this is what you do. I'm taking a few casualties here, but that's alright, it's just pikemen. Of course, too slow to bloody get into position and put their pikes down. Put them in square formation, but it won't do anything. Alright, good. Enemy general dead, that'll make things easier. Now, he may be broken, but I need you to shatter him. I don't want to have to deal with. Okay, good. Oh man, you took a lot of casualties. Oh, well, it's not very often we'll be up against dragoons. I think it's important that we get rid of them. Alright, well at least that gets rid of their cavalry, but unfortunately I did take a lot more casualties than I would have liked. It's a little bit more than 50. The thing is, once we're out of pikemen, that's it, you know. I'm not going to get any more for a while. Alright, well, I guess I can resume getting over here. And with all their cavalry going, we really shouldn't encounter much difficulty now. So I'll pause the recording and just, I guess, finish this off. Okay, so I think it's possible we're reaching the end of the battle. I think these two units here are stuck. And I've cleared off everyone else. Had a few firefights, no artillery was damaged, but took a few casualties. So, we have to win by taking this at some point, but let's see if these guys here will wake up. Just sending my suicide general in. Got everything set up over here. If they want to chase me, then that's fine. This guy here is being spastic, but hasn't slowed us down too much. Ah, motherfucker. I started shooting. Get out of there. Come on, move it. Funny thing is, it'll stay like that until I get back in there. I wasn't just going to sit there for 2 minutes, they would have wiped me out by then. If they want to chase after me, then that's a good thing. The fact that he took 5 casualties is not a big deal. No, it's this other unit here that's the problem. Are they just going to sit there or what? Part of me wants to charge into them just so I can speed this up. But if I charge into them from this angle, these guys here will shoot the shit out of me. I think you should stay close to here and then swing around this way. Ah, wrong one. And hopefully if we get rid of this one, then I can sneak in and then that'll just be the end of it. Right, we might need 2 shots off, so let's get one in nice and early. Pretty strong. Ah, they're firing back. Stand back just a little bit. God damn it, I press R every single time and they just don't do it. If they shoot at these guys, it's a big problem though. Okay, since you're a suicide general, just go and charge in on him. Keep him busy. What the fuck was that? Don't fire at will, you're gonna get friendly fire. All I'm really doing here is distracting him long enough for me to get one more shot into him, which should break him. Alright, good. And he shattered. Alright, just stop that. Don't worry about the rest of them. It's not important. So he took 10 casualties over the course of the battle, but that's acceptable considering, I guess, the difficulty of this particular battle. There's only so many fought battles in the campaign, and this is why we've saved up our troops for these particular battles that are very difficult to avoid at least some casualties, even though I really haven't taken that many. Let him have a bit of a shoot, it's fine. So this guy here should be stuck unless I decide to go and fight him. We'll just wait out the 2 minutes. Then I think it went reasonably. Oh motherfucker, they shot these guys a little bit. Well, they'll still be operational, I think. Fuck, I can't afford to take any more casualties with those guys. They can't operate. Let me just see. I just need to... No, what's the minimum number of people needed? It's 3 per cannon. 3 per cannon, that's 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 plus 4. 16. Okay, so I can afford to lose 1 more before it becomes a problem. And then if they go down to 15, then they walk into each battle with 3 cannons instead. Didn't realize I'd gotten shot there. But, you know, it happens. hurry up and win this, and then we'll be done. I mean, with Rome. Then we make our way down to Naples. Finally fucking get rid of Spain. I've also realized that when Spain is gone, Cuba will turn into a pirate settlement. It won't turn into a rebel settlement. But the pirates that'll be there will be... Oh my god, I lost 90 men on that battle. This is probably the most damaging battle we've had to us so far in the campaign. But it was a pain in the ass. I had to attempt that multiple times just to get that result. But I'll accept that. So they'll need to be replenished. But here's the thing. If I replenish them now, I won't get them until turn 4. Alright, quick save that. Alright, now I need to make my way down to Naples. So I'll pause the recording and just go ahead and do that. Okay, so we've arrived here at Naples. You can see they've got quite a lot of garrison armed citizenry, but that's not really a big deal. Alright, now when we bring the boats down, anyone with no movement will not be able to leave the boat. Well, to go on the boat. So, how are we going to do this? I need to get my guys as close to the water as possible. So if we have a look here. Apparently here is just fine. Right there. Alright, so we have to get them as close to that as possible so it's easy for the boats to come pick them up because it will use everyone's movement up a little bit. Alright, so you're being left behind.
I cannot do that. Sorry, sir. Can't do that, General.
Come on, come stand here.
I cannot do that. Can't do it, sir.
Okay, maybe I'll just have to accept the fact they're going to use up a little bit of movement. Okay, this guy's movement's getting pretty low. This one's still quite high. What I might do for this battle is just use this guy's movement and not even use the artillery. So I'll just be using this artillery, which means the battle will take longer, but I'll have a little bit more movement left over. Because it's only up against that, so it's no big deal.
Yes, sir.
You might as well get out. Because you cannot come with us.
Yes. Form line for battle.
And I'm going to need someone with low movement points when we finally get to here again. So this should... Actually, just out of curiosity, let me just quick save it.
Rot in the sty. Settlement under siege.
They won't surrender, but what does auto-resolve yield? Oh, hell fucking no. Just want to see. Now, someone in the comments sort of, not really challenged me, but asked if it was possible, I guess, to do this campaign in 3 turns. It got me thinking, is it possible? I'm thinking if I wanted to do this in 3 turns, as in actually get all 137 territories by next turn, I would have to take at least the southern tip of India this turn. Because I didn't send any boats around the southern tip of Africa to get to India, and it takes 2 turns to go from Africa to India. And even then you'd need to send multiple boats and use the movement bug. So, I didn't have that many to spare. Alright, now wherever our reinforcements show up, it's fine. Oh god. That was not where I was expecting it to show up. Where am I going to position myself? They're going to take a defensive position, I hope. Alright, so everything's counting on you. I want to try and do this battle taking absolutely 0 casualties. I think it's important that I get up on high ground. But I don't like facing buildings. I think here looks like a good spot. And then just have everyone else stand behind them. So I don't expect this battle is going to be particularly interesting, so I'll pause the recording here and just get ready to get this done. Okay, we've got it right at the end of the battle here. I don't even know why, but they were all the way over there when they decided to run away. Now the battle didn't go perfectly. At some point, for some reason or other, they decided to charge. Well, a number of them decided to charge. Now I forgot that John Churchill wasn't actually at the head of this army, so I sent these 3 generals charging in here, John Churchill being this one. So he did lose some of his bodyguard, but nobody died. As in, none of the generals died. So 24 generals' bodyguard died, even though some of John Churchill's own bodyguard got whacked. At the end of the day, it's fine. And Spain is now gone on turn 2. Spain's a bit of a pain in the ass because, well, to get rid of because of all the land that they have. So this guy here has a little bit of movement left. He'll, let me just quick save it. Join with them. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, now they need to get picked up and taken to Malta. However, now that that's done, there's no reason why we couldn't get started over here in the west. We've got another forted settlement to take there at Cuba, and there's also one here at Malta, at Valletta. The forces at Malta are not particularly strong. How are we able? Alright, we're able to see it because of this land here now. It looks like the Barbary states hit these guys during the end turn, which I wanted to avoid, but I couldn't see what was going on down here. It doesn't matter that much. I'll pick these guys up. We'll destroy their fleet. By destroying it, I mean selling it. Yeah. Then, I mean, the thing is, I could possibly take these settlements here, but I've decided that I would come back to it. So this is the general plan of the entire campaign at the moment. I mean, things are subject to change. We're going to take Valletta, come up this way, and then we're going to move east. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to do it this turn, but if I want to do this in 3 turns, it has to be done. That means it's not crucial. If we want to do this campaign in 3 turns, we have to get all the way down here. We don't have to take every settlement, but I have to make my way directly to India. God, it's a long distance. It'd cost me a fortune to get here. And if we're going to land in India, we need to, take the whole thing in one go. Not necessarily on the same turn. We'd have to make our way down this way, carve our way through the Mughal Empire, through Maratha Confederacy, down here, and get to this settlement here. If I was able to take this port, I could recruit a ship that on turn 3 could take this settlement here. This is the hardest to reach settlement, well, not necessarily the hardest to reach, but for me right now, it's the only settlement that's completely out of reach to me because I cannot get ships here by turn 3. Everywhere else on the map, I could get there in turn 3. But whether to get there simultaneously on turn 3 to conquer everything, that's another story entirely. I still think turn 5 or 6 is probably the likely result of this. But we'll see. Anyway, that's the end of this episode, guys. So like and subscribe. Part 16 is next, I think. And don't forget to visit me on Facebook. See you next time, fuckers.